For all the fights that you took for Jocelyn, right now, would you do it again?
Would I fight all those girls again?
For her.
For her?
Ooh.
I was struggling with drug addiction from 13 all the way up into 19. Once I started hitting that teenage years, I was looking around and I was saying like, damn, like if I don't take matters into my own hands, I'm not going to have nothing. And so how you perceive God isn't going to necessarily be how I perceive God. For me, God was like, you need to go to the strip club, girl. You need to go in there. You better go in there, girl. I'm telling you, that's where you need to go. I'm trying to lead you. And I'm like, God, why are you trying to bring me here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I fought over 22 girls in the last 3 years and robbed me of $5,000 worth of shit, all just for a storyline thinking I'm finna do it with you. No, baby, I'm done with Zeus, actually. I'm not going back to Zeus.
You're saying that right now?
Yeah, I'm saying that. I'm not going back.
Oh.
But these girls ain't willing to eat the bug. But I gotta get this money. I need money for the baby. At 24, led me here. Where did your life decisions lead you? At your big age, sitting right next to me.
What is your message to the world now? Welcome back to another episode of Dramatic but Valid. I am your host, Heather Daye. And we have Trei.
Hey y'all, what's up? How y'all doing? Hope y'all feeling good today.
Our first guest comes by way of Houston, Texas. She was just recently in California shooting season 6 of Joseline'S Cabaret, and she's here to talk about her new single that I love, Sapphire Moon, Miss Andraya Alexander.
Hi, we're Andraya Spriggs now. We're leaving the last name. The last name doesn't belong to me.
Oh, period.
Yeah.
Wait, can you introduce yourself to us, girl?
So, hi, my name is Andraya Spriggs, and this is probably y'all's first time meeting her. I have been all over the world at this point, but before Zeus, I was just a stay-at-home mom. Nowadays, you know, I'm in a different space.
So you're born in Houston, Texas?
No, I was actually born in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay.
Lauderdale ho.
An original.
Yeah, I'm an original Lauderdale ho. And originally from Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Florida. I was born in Hollywood, Florida. Actually today, 27 years ago.
Hey.
Today's my birthday.
Happy birthday, Andraya.
And so I'm a military brat, so my parents moved around a lot, and we settled in Houston. I grew up in Houston, did schooling through Houston, and then I ended up in New Orleans, and that's where people know me for really dancing. Like I danced for about 3 years in New Orleans, altogether about 6. Ended up on Zeus, and now we're here.
Yeah. So when I was doing research on you, I saw how much of creative you are.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, so you peeped that?
Yes, girl.
Okay, so you know me, for real.
Yeah, I saw you on a magazine cover when
Oh,
you were
really?
pregnant.
Oh, you saw my pregnancy
I
cover?
did.
Okay, so
Tell us about that girl. I want to know more about Andraya before Zeus. Okay, so you have a background in dancing. Tell us.
before Zeus, I was a young girl who had moved from Houston to New Orleans just trying to figure it out. I ended up in the strip clubs. Before that, I never had a dance background. The only thing I ever did in my life was probably like run a little bit of track, did some, lifeguarding, so I swim a lot. But I really wasn't like the athletic type. Like the most lifting you would have ever seen me do was like a blunt.
Oh.
Like that's the most lifting you would have ever seen me do. The only reps that you would see. I would say I was pretty much troubled youth. I just ended up doing things that I wanted to do, and I did the college thing for a while.
What did you major in?
I was just getting my associates, but I am still trying to get my I'm still trying to get my bachelor. I was trying to be a doula. Before Zeus, I was trying to be a doula.
I love that.
And then as I was like working towards that, I was like, I should just be a sonographer because I feel like they make good money. They sit in a room all day. Nobody really talks to them. And I felt like that would have been a good, middle ground for me. Because like I like to be social, but then I also like that time by myself. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm like both. Like I'm an introvert, but I'm an extrovert too. So I was trying to do the school thing, really just dancing to try to like get more stable through school because I really didn't have that support from my family and stuff like that. So like I just kind of picked up the pole, fell in love with it. I really did grow up in like a cabaret atmosphere as far as like my baby stripper life.
Wait, okay, tell us about Baby Stripper.
Yeah, so when you're a new stripper, they call you a baby stripper.
Oh.
Okay, so you're a baby. You're
Okay,
a baby to the nightlife, to the industry. So when I first started, I fell in love with pole. All the girls would come, like the older girls, like the vets would come up to me like, yo, you're a natural at this, and like they would teach me little stuff. And then like one of the girls really pushed me to start taking classes, and then I started taking classes. I started like drilling in the studio. So I was in the pole studio drilling for hours, like from like 4 to 8 hours a day, just drilling on the pole. And then like I ended up, nowadays I'm like top 10% of pole dancers in the country.
I was rewatching the New York season 4.
Oh, really?
Yeah, girl. And you're strong. Like, you were really keeping up. Even in the beginning, even though people were trying
And
to
I
like,
never
hate on you.
I never
and
did
they
an
were
8
trying
count
to,
before that. Before
Girl.
that, I was never doing no 8 count. The only dancing I ever did was the GTA stripper, like, no, that's it for me. But like people don't know, like I was modeling a lot during that time. That's why you saw the cover.
That photo
like
shoot,
yeah,
yeah.
I've been modeling my whole life. My grandmother got me into modeling really young before she died. So that's just something I carried with me. I'm really into like jewelry making. I make clothes.
She's so
like there's a
creative.
lot of stuff that I do. I love to paint. Like it's a lot of stuff like that I like to do. My medium changes regularly though. Like
Yeah.
one day I'll be, painting. The next day I'm sculpting. The next time I'm making clothes. Next time I'm making a bag. I have ADHD.
Yeah, all of us do. So I want to know too, what does creativity do for you?
It's just an outlet for me to really just express myself. I feel like I be having a lot of pent up stuff inside of me, and like I'm really not the best with like speaking. Like I could write, I could draw, I could make something, but speaking my actual feelings and how I feel is like really hard for me sometimes. I'm an Aquarius too, so
Yeah, that's the y'all crazy.
yeah. So it's just hard for me to just like say things that I feel, So like I was using art as a way to really just open up and say the things that I feel without actually having to say them.
Yeah. I think for me too, when I think of being a creative, it always came during moments where I was like feeling sad or feeling like alone or misunderstood. Can you relate to feeling misunderstood?
Yeah, I feel like if you look up misunderstood in the dictionary, you'll see my picture. Things that like the way I feel, the things I try to express, it's misconstrued, maybe because of my tone, maybe because of my like the way that I come off. I find recently that like when I become excited, some people read that as aggression. They're not reading it as excitement. They're scared. It scares them. Like you're aggressive. This is too much. But in reality, I'm just excited. Yeah. It's not really aggression.
Season 4 of Joseline'S Cabaret, when you guys are in New York, you enter so cute.
Bubbly. Yes, bubbly, my own world.
Yes.
When I tell you I live in my own world for real.
No, I really saw that. The first time around, there was so much going on. I was learning all the characters. I watched in real time. Like, I'm like a stan.
Okay.
Yes. When I was watching, you came in with your blowout. You were so cute.
Yes.
And I think one of the first things you said was that, or no, I think you were breaking down and you were explaining how your friends have said like you've been timid in the past and you're really just trying to work through all of that and your goal is to really be understood. You said, I feel like everything I keep saying keeps getting taken out of like, to some extent, yes, context. And when you said that, I forgot that you said that and I totally related to you.
At this point, at 27, back then I was 24. At this point, I'm realizing people do that on purpose now. It's not really the fact that I'm misunderstood. People are intentionally taking what I say, misconstruing what I say, and trying to create a problem with me based off of the fact that I do live in my own world. And I feel like that, like, either it upsets people and they just try to see me out of character, or they try to like provoke me to like come out of that, of my own world. Cause like it does come off as ditzy, aloof, not paying attention.
Oh my God, me.
Okay, how do you react to that though? Like when people do try to, let's say, misconstrue your words and
I used to get very frustrated and upset. Now I'm getting to a point where I'm just not caring anymore. And it's getting to a point where like, you can only cry so much before you just stop caring.
So one of the first people I feel like on the show that ever confronted you was Miss T-Love. When T-Love was coming at you for Miss Missy.
About my doll, yes.
Girl, first of all,
I still have her. Y'all just don't see her as much.
I want to know, what is your religious background?
Okay, so I'm Gnostic Catholic. I'm technically Catholic, but I'm Gnostic. So like it's a different form of Catholicism that like most people aren't aware of. During a time where like Jesus was like coming and spreading his word, there was a small group of people who had their beliefs and like, you know, they were getting killed off. It's a whole thing. Sure, I believe in matrix theory. I feel like this is a matrix. I feel like none of this is real. I feel like this is actually hell. There's too much suffering here. This is not giving for me personally. This is not like
Totally relatable.
you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I kind of believe in everything. I consider myself a religious scholar. Like, I practice my own religion, like Catholicism. I believe heavily in Mary. I believe in Jesus. I believe in God. I believe he died for our sins. But yeah, I'm really more so like Gnostic. So I believe, not only do I believe in that, I believe in a plethora of other things too. I believe as people, we have a perception. So how you perceive God isn't going to necessarily be how I perceive God. You understand what I'm saying? Your life was different from how I live my life. So how you see God and how God communicates to you, it's probably going to be different from how he communicates to me. For me, God was like, you need to go to this strip club, girl. You need to go in there. You better go in there, girl. I'm telling you, that's where you need to go. I'm trying to lead you. And I'm like, God, why are you trying to bring me here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like where God is leading you isn't going to necessarily look like where God is leading me.
Yeah. So when you walk in with Missy, T-Love is coming at you, she's trying to give you game. Maybe she's not coming at you. She's trying to tell you, look, the girl's not going to like that, right? And Miss Natural also was involved in that. Like, what were those first moments like being in the house? And I really also want to know, did you bring Missy to troll the girls, or did you bring Missy as a real source of comfort, or both?
Okay, Missy has always been a source of comfort. I can't fake that. Okay. I was a baby stripper by myself in New Orleans. I didn't have nobody to call. I couldn't call my family. Like, a lot of my family turned on me. I didn't have support through college. That's why I ended up in the strip club. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I was a baby stripper, 19, young as fuck. And I just seen the doll in the window, and I thought she was so cute. And at that point in time, my roommates were bullying me. They were taking my money. They were playing with my cards. Like, they was just doing a lot. Like, I would come home, my credit cards would be missing, my clothes would be touched, all my little doobies in my ashtray would be gone. Like,
oh, hell no.
Yeah. Yeah, like straight violation. I would be asleep. They would, cause like I work nights.
That's wild.
I'm still trying to get out of like the stripper
the shift
timeline, cause like I will literally sleep all day and be up all night. But what I'll say is like they used to think because I would sleep all day that I wouldn't be up. So like they would come in my room and I'll open my eye and I would see them rummaging through my room and I'd be like, I know you lying right now. Like, this is not real. And I would just pretend like I'm asleep and like holding the doll like, yo, these motherfuckers in here really playing. Like,
bold for that.
Very bold. Very bold. Very bold. People are very bold nowadays. Very bold.
So you have a very genuine relationship with Miss Missy.
Yes, I love Missy. Missy's really like a comfort animal to me. Like, I feel like God is working through the doll. Okay, just give me a moment. Okay, just hear me out. So boom, when I first got the doll, I look at it this way now. Like, when I first got the doll, I was very young. I was like almost a baby. You know what I'm saying? I was a baby in the entertainment industry. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that was like the symbology of me being a baby in the industry. And God was like giving me something to like have comfort through the experiences that I had, because they weren't like normal experiences. They were very visceral and very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of season 4, we cannot talk about season 4 without mentioning the Floyd Mayweather fight. Yes.
That's so funny. Nobody ever asked me about that. But I feel like if people actually knew what happened that day, people would probably, the hate train behind me wouldn't have been as strong. Because the way that it was like edited and painted, it made it look like, oh, we just jumped on this girl.
Oh, no, I didn't see that though.
No, that's not what happened. What happened was this girl came to this event looking for an issue, found the issue. Then once the issue was gotten off, it was more so like she started trying to swing on everybody that was there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And then the girl tried to hit me with a pleaser heel, so I defended myself. Yeah. But she thought I was somebody else. I was wearing my hair curly. She thought I was somebody else. She grabbed me by my hair and then tried to hit me in the face with a heel. So I defended myself.
Would you describe that as like a turning point for you in the season? Because before that fight, I feel like you were dancing, you were trying to figure out your voice, you were trying to establish yourself. And the fight actually came at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And so the next time we see you after the fight
is that reunion.
Girl, you ready to go.
Tweaking at reunion.
Trained to go.
I'm crying.
So I feel like if I was in a situation, I was putting myself in your shoes, I feel like that would have been the moment that things kind of changed for me.
For me, it was the everybody playing with me,
Yep.
playing with me, playing with me. And I feel like I'm one out of 5 kids. I feel like I have a very strong tolerance for bullshit. And then on top of that, like my parents are military. If
Yep.
you know, if you're a military brat, you know your parents be tripping, okay? Not only the stuff that I was going on in my personal life, you know, was boiling over, as well as the stuff that was happening at work with the girls being mean to me and disrespecting me. Eventually, I got sick of that and I started putting my hands on people because it's like, you don't understand anything else. I can't raise my voice at you. I can't scream back and forth with you. I can't have a regular conversation with you. So now I'm going to put my hands on you because you keep playing with me and you're intentionally playing with me. And this is the side that you want to see. So now you got that. And that's why I feel like people don't understand. Like, I'm very versatile. You could get the sweet, pretty girl, but you could also, bitch, I will put my fucking hands on you if you keep fucking playing with me. That's how I feel. I feel like they played with me until they finally got me out my skin. And that brings me to reunion. Them girls came to reunion because they were there to avenge their friend that tried to hit me in the face with a pleaser heel. Regardless if I wanted to fight or not, those girls were coming to jump me. So I came there on that time because I knew there wasn't going to be no conversation. Oh, can we talk this out? There was not going to happen. They had already painted me like I was a punk and I was a pussy because I chose to be mature and I chose to carry myself a certain way because I do have a kid at home watching me and I do have family members. And you could tell that in my first season. You could see that in my first season.
I totally agree. Another thing that changed, I feel like, after the Floyd Mayweather fight was your relationship with Danny. I feel like
Me and Danny got closer.
Yes, I noticed that in the beginning of that next episode.
And that's why people would get confused because they bring up the fight that happened last year with me and Danny. Me and Danny started being cool after the Floyd Mayweather fight. Me and Danny didn't start getting close until we went on tour together. You understand what I'm saying? Once we went on tour together, we were sharing a room. Yeah, that's my bitch. Why wouldn't I slide behind her?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is my roommate.
Oh, so you guys were roommates? Because
Yes.
that's barely on the show.
They don't show that. Me and Danny have been roommates up until last year, until Jocelyn separated us. Jocelyn separated us because she said our personalities were too intermeshing and the fans weren't seeing us individually.
If you guys pay attention to the episode right after the Floyd Mayweather fight, they are hugging on the side of the screen. They hug a little bit and then they back up. And then I think one of them says, no, give me a real hug. And you can hear it in the background. I said, oh, so they really became friends. Like really solidified your friendship.
Me and Danny have a lot of the same, like, me and her are both military brats. You know, she's moved around her whole life. I moved around my whole life. So me and Danny share a lot of the same, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of the same background story. I feel like that's where me and Danny connect a lot because we actually be using military slogans with each other, like, all the time. Yeah.
And I think another theme of you on this show is loyalty. You had a lot of loyalty towards Jocelyn right at the end of season 4, and especially you and Danny together. And you've also, throughout your time in the cabaret, you have taken fights on Jocelyn's behalf. My question to you now, after getting into it with, oh my goodness, tell us everybody.
Everybody. I fought over 22 girls in the last 3 years. Over 22 girls I fought.
And before that point, you were fighting in high school? Did you? Yes. Okay. So this was not like your first introduction to fighting.
I was bad girl in high school. I didn't start like cleaning myself up until I was struggling with drug addiction from 13 all the way up into 19, in and out of the psych ward from 16 to 18, like troubled youth, always in detention, always in Saturday detention, ISS, all that. I would leave school. I went to jail for truancy. I went to jail for other stuff growing up. Like, I was that kid where my friends would call me and be like, Andraya, are you at school? I would be like, no, why? They're calling you on the PA right now. They're looking for you. You need to get back right now. And I would just be like, I'll see y'all fuckers at lunch. So I wasn't, and I'll say I was like that because I had a lot of responsibility growing up, and like as I was getting older, once I started hitting that teenage years, I was looking around and I was seeing like, damn, like all my friends are having this experience of childhood that I didn't feel like I was having, and I was like, if I don't take matters into my own hands, I'm not going to have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just giving it away. So I had a lot of responsibility growing up as a kid, and like I just got fed up. Like I feel like I take a lot. I could be very like passive, I was very passive. Nowadays, like through the Zeus experience, it's made me more aggressive. Like I'll tell you straight up now, fuck what you talking about, I don't give a fuck. But like back then, I was very passive, very submissive, very timid. As you see, you yell at me, I start crying. I was very much like that. But nowadays, I have more, you know what I'm saying? And I can thank Jocelyn for that. I'll thank Jocelyn for that, for sure.
How do you feel like your upbringing helped you or hindered you on the show?
Okay, so like, I feel like I was very conflicted because I had my family telling me one thing, Jocelyn telling me another, then I have production, then I have the fans, and then I'm only 24. So I have all these different people telling me what to do and who I should be, but nobody's listening to me about who I am when I'm telling y'all who I am and I'm trying to show y'all who I am. And then they're trying to take this narrative and turn me into something else and this, that, and the other, and like intentionally misunderstanding me, trying to create a narrative where other people misunderstand me and create this narrative that, oh, I'm a liar, I can't be trusted, this, that, and the other, when I feel like they're only doing that because if I really got out here and I started telling the truth, then that's really the scary thing for everybody. You understand what I'm saying? If I sat here and I told you the truth about my childhood, sat here and told you the truth about what happens at Zeus, that's what they don't want me to do. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I feel. I feel like the experience itself was very conflicting for me. That first season, I went through really bad spiritual psychosis because of the way that people treated me in the doll. And like, it was really bad. I was spiraling. Like I was sitting in corners crying. Like
Under the table. Remember you said that?
Yeah, like under the table crying, like literally under the table. Like, and people don't realize like I was getting death threats and like people was like coming to my house and like I was fighting girls in the club. Like I couldn't even go to the strip club no more because girls were trying to fight me at the club. Like it was people started, because they see me on TV and they see this image on TV, they think, oh, I'm a storyline. Let me try to provoke her. Now I could get on TV too. This girl just literally went in my house. She did reality TV on some lower grade network. We don't even know what it is. And she just went in my house and robbed me of $5,000 worth of shit. And like, all just for a storyline, thinking I'm finna pull up on her and, oh, I'm finna do it with you. No, baby, I'm done with Zeus, actually. I'm not going back to Zeus.
You're saying that right now?
Yeah, I'm saying that, and I've made that very clear on multiple platforms. I'm not going back.
Oh. Okay, we're going to take a little break and process all of that.
Yeah,
we'll be right back.
I'm not going back to Zeus. Yeah, we're done. I hope you loved the entertainment, baby. We're done.
Okay, so this was the juicy question I wanted to ask you, especially now that you're leaving Zeus, so we can have this conversation. For all the fights that you took for Jocelyn, right now, would you do it again?
Would I fight all those girls again?
For her.
For her?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh.
Yeah. I have what they say, misplaced loyalty. My loyalty is very misplaced, and I'd probably do it all again just because, like, I do look at her as somebody who changed my life. Like, she gave me a stepping stone to get out the strip club, and, you know, at the end of the day, like, I feel like, yes, she was my employer, but she knows, like, I know we were really friends. We were really close. She spoke to my daughter. I've spoken to her daughter, been around her kid. She's spoken to my kid, been around my family and stuff like that. So, like, we were really actually close for real.
Yeah.
I look at her like a big sister, truly.
She even liked Missy.
Yes, she was the only person who was nice to Missy.
She was. I saw that.
And that's why me and her got so close, because we got close through it all. Like, me and her, we both love Missy, and she loved Missy, I love Missy. Like, I don't know what happened, y'all. Shit just goes left.
I also want to give you your praise. In the last season, now season 6, Ricardo was talking about how quickly you guys have to learn all these routines. Can you give us, supposedly, what is it, like 3 days, 16 songs or something like that? How does that go?
It was about, in the grand scheme of things, technically, it was 3 days to learn 18 songs. Mind you, I have been on tour for three years by now. I know all the dances. Like people don't know there's 3 different variations to doing cha-cha. That's what y'all don't know. There's 3 different variations to doing cha-cha. And then on top of that, we're learning her whole discography. We're learning all these dances. So yeah, it's about 18 songs. And then you probably only get like about a week outside of like the fighting, the filming, the shooting, the confessionals and stuff like that. So you really don't have that much time. You really probably only get about 3 days to really learn these songs and then get on stage and do that. And that's, you're learning all that. And on top of that, I got to fight these girls too.
Andrea, how do you go from getting in a fight and going on stage? Can you please break it down?
I don't know why that's my favorite thing to do.
It's like warrior mode.
It literally is. Like, I don't know what's in me, y'all, to be able to do that, but to be able to fight a bitch and then get on stage,
It is
so
like
sorry.
next level.
To be able to fight somebody and then get on stage, the first time I did that, the first show went great. Adrenaline was pumping. That second show did not go well because it's like that adrenaline already wore off. So now I'm already like I'm feeling the fighting, and now I'm feeling the dancing, and it's just too much. I was saying that how do I go from fighting somebody to going to practice and dancing
with them beside you,
dancing beside them,
and even at certain points, like bumping and grinding with the same girl you just got into it with.
I try to think of it like this. I feel like I'm a total package. Not only am I willing to fight whoever, it don't matter who. It don't matter who, for real. We've seen it. Out my weight class, in my weight class, below my weight class, it don't matter to me. I dance my ass off. Most girls can't even keep an 8 count with me. And then, like, y'all are just now finding out I sing. Like, I'm a talented person, and I just know that, like, honestly, when it comes down to the nitty-gritty of it, these girls ain't willing to eat the bug. That's what Danny says. Like, they're not willing to do a lot of the stuff that I'm willing to do. Like,
oh, wait, willing to eat the bug? Like Fear Factor?
That's what we say. You remember that one episode where they had us eat the bugs and the chicken fillet and all that?
Oh, my God. And who got sick? Miss Natural got sick, and she was throwing up, girl. She had to go to the hospital.
The concept of that challenge was, are you willing to do things that you're not willing to do, that you don't want to do? Like, I don't want to have to fight these bitches and then go on stage. Like, what sane person wants to do that? But I got to get this money. I need money for the baby. You know, like, I got to do what I got to do. And if I have to fight you and then get on stage, then that's what I got to do. Are
you willing to eat the bug?
Are you willing to eat the bug? Like, are you willing to do things that you normally probably wouldn't do? You normally wouldn't eat a bug, but if you had to, you
can block it out and you can get through it.
Exactly.
I have that same mentality.
And you're just going to do what you got to do, because sometimes you got to eat shit to get to where you need to be.
Ugh. Can I throw up a little first? After?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You can have your feelings about it, but you still got to do what you got to do.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like, just because you're not feeling it doesn't mean you can just opt out.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, if you told somebody you're going to do something, you have to stand on your word.
You've also traveled the world.
Twice, 3 times.
Period. Tell them, sis. Tell us your favorite moment across the world with Joseline's Cabaret.
I don't know why. I loved Cleveland.
Okay.
Cleveland. Ohio. I don't know what. Cleveland lit. Cleveland was fun. I had fun in Cleveland. It was just a good time. People were getting pepper sprayed. It was just a time.
Okay. The pepper spray was the draw.
It was so lit. People were getting pepper sprayed. Like, it was.
We said fun. The world. Andrea said the pepper
Cleveland,
spray in
Ohio.
Cleveland is crazy.
Cleveland, Ohio, y'all are lit. Okay, shout out to Playground. It used to be called Playground. I don't think it's called Playground anymore.
Or tell us, like, a moment that we wouldn't expect. You know, like a moment where, like, you and Danny were like, I don't know, something sweet.
Me and Danny love California.
Oh,
we love California. We love Ruth Chris. We love going to the gay strip clubs. We like going to the male strip clubs.
Oh, you guys are so fun.
Yeah, we just like terrorizing the people. Honestly, like, we like going out. People see us. We like terrorizing them, taking pictures with them. Like, we trolled our ways to TV. But the crazy thing is, I never got on the internet and trolled celebrities. I never got I was just one of those Twitter trolls. I get on Twitter, troll all day, because I was a stay-at-home mom. What is there better to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, trolling on Instagram, trolling on TikTok, trolling on
No, I love TV
like,
trolling too. Even if you're like advocating for something that you think is like
trolling.
It's still technically trolling.
And that's what I was. Yeah. I thought, because I'm advocating, it's not trolling. No, bitch, you're still a troll.
You know why? Because you know they're not going to change their mind, and you're still going.
Still going back and forth, and you know you're
out of it. You're sick. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
So I think I'm a professional rage baiter.
Oh. Drea, you were the real winner of season 5.
Yes, I was the real winner. I showed cabaret loyalty, cabaret royalty. I willing to get in the field, and I danced my ass off, and I went home with all 50K. So who was the real winner if it wasn't me?
Okay. So you really got the 50K.
Yeah, I'm really the one. I got my regular Zeus check plus the extra money.
Period.
I'm the one that went home with the 50K.
I know that's right.
I think Danny now is the highest paid cabaret lady, but I was the highest paid cabaret lady before Danny. And that's the only person I would concede defeat to.
Okay, now we have to get into the fight. The famous fight between
me and
the
Danny?
both of you. Yes. Tell us. Like,
yes. Honestly, y'all, I just get frustrated. I get frustrated, and sometimes I lash out. I get frustrated, I lash out, and like it's obvious when I'm getting frustrated because like, and to y'all it looked like 45 minutes, but they sat there for 4 hours telling me that everybody fights my battles. I don't take my fades. They told me like, and which is such a lie. We sit here and watch me catch my fades. I fight for other people all the time. If anything, I don't fight for myself. Okay, I'll give the audience that. When it's time for me to fight for myself, I'm very passive. I'm very timid. Okay. I could be like that. But when you mess with my friends, you mess with my family, then I get out my skin. But like, it was just the fact that it was like a room full of people trying to tell me about what I'm experiencing and what I feel and what I think and my thought process on shit. And then they like, little did they know, Danny be talking me crazy as shit sometimes.
She's from New York. I can imagine.
Exactly. She from New York. She be talking to me crazy as shit sometimes. So in my mind, I'm like, y'all, these motherfuckers are playing with me right now. Like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, these bitches are really over here trying to say, Danny fights all my battles, that I don't get in the field. Meanwhile, this bitch is talking me crazy as fuck. Go ahead, line it up. That's how I felt in that moment. But Danny knows that, and I love her. Yeah, it was real, but and it was getting to the point where people were calling me Danny and calling her Drea. You understand what I'm saying? So like, it's already frustrating because I'm already trying to be seen as my own person. Y'all are calling me Danny 24/7. I want to be seen as my own person, and y'all aren't even giving me that opportunity or that space. And you're not giving Danny the opportunity or space to be herself either. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really talk about me without talking about Danny, but still, like, we're still individuals outside of each other. And just because, you know, XYZ, you know, at the end of the day, it was just me and Danny for a while. So if you watch the show, you see it's just me and Danny for a lot of stuff. So what makes you think I'm finna just let you put hands on her and I'm not finna do nothing? Or what makes you think you're gonna put hands on me and she's not gonna do nothing? You know what I'm saying? At this point, we had already trauma bonded. We've been living in the same hotel room for over a year and a half. That's my sister for real. Yeah. Like, I have this joke. I say that's my my past life sister from 700 years ago. My medieval twin from the medieval times. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like, I like to think of it this way. Like, I really feel like spiritually, like, that was like a twin from a past life. Like, and I tried to like eat her in the womb or something. Like that's really my sister for
They're
real.
Like bonded at the hip.
Like, that's really my sister for real. Like, I just flew her out here. I just sent her flight information. She's gonna be here. Like, I love her. That's my bitch for real.
I love her too.
Yes, that's my bitch in real life. I would do anything for her, just like I would do anything for Jocelyn. Like, those are really my bitches. They were my bitches. Like, Danny, still my bitch. Jocelyn, we're gonna see what happens.
We're gonna let time.
Yeah, we're gonna let time heal that.
So season 6, you're coming to this moment of having conflict, right? You're starting to say that you're questioning whether or not Jocelyn really sees your value on the show after that comment that she made. And so I think that it hurt your feelings and you started to talk about possibly leaving the show. Like, tell us about, you know, this process of separating yourself and really stepping back from Joseline'S Cabaret.
Okay, so what happened was, backstory. Everybody had already conceded defeat to me. Everybody had already bowed. Everybody had already realized that I was the heiress. Everybody had already submitted. Okay? Lexi came to me in Houston, congratulated me, asked me, okay, what are we finna do next season? What's the plot for this next season? I said, the plot for this next season is who's gonna take Andraya's spot. And she was like, okay, well, whatever we gotta do to defend it. Meanwhile, she's in the back, you know, whispering in Jocelyn's ear, oh, I think I can run it. I can run it. Meanwhile, I know Neek is out. Neek is outright challenging me. I can respect Neek because she's challenging me outright. She's challenging me in my face. Meanwhile, we could still dap each other up and be cool. You know what I'm saying? We could fight, dap each other up, and we understand, like, at the end of the day, we just fighting for this position. You know what I'm saying? But Lexi, she be lying and she be doing backhanded, underhanded shit. And this is somebody that I've worked with in the club before. This isn't the first time I've experienced backhanded, underhanded shit from her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we both worked at 29. We both worked in these clubs, in Pink House, all these clubs, right? So it's like you've been around me, I've been around you. You know what I'm saying? Even though we may not have spoke to each other directly, like, we've been around each other. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know me just like I know you. We come from the same place. So the fact that you shook my hand and told me congratulations, that makes you weird as fuck to me because now you're trying to cut me off at the knees. And, like, I don't appreciate that. That's why I stood up to her and I ended up fighting her because they made it look like, oh, Andraya's tripping. Oh, she's being entitled. No, for the last 3 years, Jocelyn has been telling me this. This isn't just, I'm gonna be the next person to run the cabaret. What? Yeah. Are you serious? Be for real. Like, do I even look like the type or to even be saying some crazy shit like that? That was something that Jocelyn put in my head, that she reiterated to me daily. You know, one day I want to have this. Like, when she told me she wanted me to run the cabaret, I laughed at her. I was like, ha ha ha, okay, Jocelyn. Like, I was like, okay, whatever. Then she brought it up again. I was like, oh, this bitch might be serious. And then, like, as we get closer to this last season, you know, she was telling people she wanted to have the baby and stuff like that. She wanted me to step up. She was even telling, like, there was a time in season 5 where I was dead sleep. One thing about me is I sleep.
Me too.
I love sleep. I will sleep.
Too.
I will sleep in the house. She called everybody downstairs and she told all the ladies straight up, I want Andraya to run the cabaret, period. And I'm pretty sure that upset a lot of girls, honestly. Like, what the fuck are we here for if you already have the bitch picked out? You know what I'm saying? But that started to create the more drama because now it's like, oh, who deserves to run it? Who deserves to run it? Yeah, they may present to y'all, oh, I'm immature, I'm this, I'm that, because that's the image that they want you to believe to try to deter from the actual truth. But they're not showing you all the work that I put in on the back end. You know, just simple shit. Staying up late to clean up the sprinter, making sure the ladies are showing up to work on time, making sure they have glam, making sure that they have their outfits ready. Like, there was a lot of stuff that I was doing on the back end that was taking away from my actual family time. Like, me sitting at home on my phone, scheduling glam is not spending time with my kid just because she's sitting next to me. You understand what I'm saying? So, and then on top of that, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I wasn't getting paid extra for that shit either. I was doing that shit just off of GP love. You know what I'm saying? And I will still do it off of GP love. But what you're not gonna do is try to sell me this dream and make me think, oh, I'm gonna do this, when in reality, I'm here because I'm trying to provide a better life for my daughter. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. If you tell me that I gotta slide this girl right here and it's gonna provide a better life for my kid, I'm gonna slide. You understand what I'm saying? But in my mind, like, you're telling me that you want me to do this, you want me to do that, and you're grooming me essentially to take on this position. I'm doing everything that you're asking of me and it's still not enough, then what the fuck do I need to be here for? Just give it to the next bitch. Do it. If you think she's gonna do it, give it to the bitch, because I don't need to be here. I could go home to my kid for all that. You understand? I could go back to school for all that. And I'm gonna keep it a bean. I was making way more as a stripper in the club than I was at Zeus, and still to this day. And I'll double down. I was making 6 figures as a stripper, and I never touched that at Zeus. Yeah. And I'll make that very clear. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they're trying to paint this picture like, oh, I'm entitled. No, y'all had me jump through hoops on fire and then tell me to fight this bitch, that bitch, and then do this 8 count, 22 bitches, a fucking 18 different songs. Like, what else do y'all want from me? What am I not doing that's not enough for you? What am I missing that you guys don't feel like y'all are getting? Then y'all want to bring it down to maturity. Okay, well, I'm the youngest bitch in a room full of bitches that are 10 years older than me. That's true. So what do you want from me? You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, you bring in bitches that are under 25. I'm going to run them hoes like motherfucking whatever. I'm going to run them. I'm going to tell them what to do, where to be, how to be, when to be, what to do, right? But I can't tell nobody 10 years older than me what to do. What do I look like telling a woman 37 years old what to do? She's going to look at me and laugh in my face. And then what? What maturity, what leadership can I possibly give somebody 10 years older than me? You understand what I'm saying? I'm one of those people that believe that, like, you can learn from anybody, whether they're younger than you, whether they're older than you. So, like, I'm dealing with girls that don't even have that mentality. I'm dealing with girls that are stuck in their ways already. You can't tell these grown-ass women shit. They're already feeling how they feel. And, I mean, I'm going to keep it a bean. My life decisions at 24 led me here. Where did your life decisions lead you? At your big age, sitting right next to me. Yeah. You danced your whole life in a studio to end up next to me, a girl who just danced in the strip club. Do you understand? Yeah. So, life choices, maturity, I think I'm giving that. Y'all just aren't showing that because y'all want the ratings. Y'all want the drama. Y'all want me to continue to fight for a spot that I'm probably never going to get, that I was never going to get. You know what I'm saying? You're just selling me a dream so you see me tweak out and crash out on TV.
And so what kept you centered, like, through all of that?
The fact that I go home to my daughter. Going home to my daughter kept me very, very, like, you know what I'm saying? It kept me together. But recently I'm going through this custody battle. I'm going through all this stuff that I'm going through with my divorce and stuff like that. And it's really been hard to stay together mentally, but I'm looking for the strength. I'm trying to keep it together and stuff like that, keep working because this is what pays my bills and takes care of my kids and stuff like that. So like nowadays, like I turned off social media. I don't see none of my notifications. I don't see nothing on Instagram. I don't see nothing on Twitter. I don't see nothing on TikTok. I don't read none of that stuff. I completely started disassociating myself from Zeus and everything that has to do with Zeus. Like I'm at a point now where I'm trying to reclaim the energy that was taken from me, stolen from me. Like the girl who I used to be was completely like, they completely destroyed her. You know what I'm saying? And like people want that back, but how am I supposed to give that back? Like y'all see how Zeus fans talk to me? How people, you know what I'm saying?
Even right now, you're talking about the lengths that you would go to for your daughter, and how much I feel like what you're saying is how much pressure there is to really provide for your daughter.
Right.
Getting back to the show, and there was this moment how that fan came at you and basically accused you of being moralist.
Oh yeah, recently, yeah.
Yes, that
Right.
aired last Sunday. What do you think when you think about the Andraya before, who walked in with her blowout?
Oh, when I tell you morals were very high then, I had strong morals. I felt like you couldn't force me to do nothing, but then I was put into a point of survival where I had no choice but to do what I had to do in order to provide. When, you know, your significant other loses their job, what are you to do? You know what I'm saying? It's better than going back to the strip club. It was either go back to the strip club or fight these bitches. Which one are we gonna do?
Yeah.
You understand? So I didn't want to go back to the club. I have trauma relating to the club. I don't want to keep being there. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just fight these girls because at the end of the day, I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? It's an opportunity to leave the club. I don't have to go back. Yeah, I was making more in the club, but the club, I still have trauma related. Not all money is good money. And that could be also for Zeus, but I was in a position, I was in a rock and a hard place. Like, go back to the strip club or fight these girls. That's where I was at last year. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, what would be a little better than that?
And look at you today. You made the decision to dedicate your first ever single to your child. And not only did you do it, it's out there. It's doing very, very well, girl.
Yeah, we were shocked. The team did not expect it to have such a big, you know, explosion over the internet of how many people. I didn't realize how many people were going through a lot of the same stuff that I'm going through. I already knew people were going through that, but to actually relate and feel where I was coming from. My kid's gonna grow up. She's gonna get on the internet. She's gonna see all the crazy stuff that people are saying about me.
Yeah.
And like, I just really wanted to cut through the noise and leave something for my daughter to hear and know that mommy tried. Mommy's trying. Mommy wants to be there with you. But these circumstances that I'm in, mommy can't be there because if I'm there, I can't provide for you. You understand what I'm saying? If I was a man, we wouldn't have this conversation if I was a man. When a man goes off for a month to go work, we don't talk about him being gone for a month. We don't talk about that. He's such a good man. He's providing for his family. But you know what I'm saying? They look at a woman and it's like, oh, you should be at home with your family. You should be this, you should be that. Like, that's what all the comments say. You go read the comments. Why aren't you at home with your family? Like, how do you think I pay my bills?
Yeah.
Like, at this point, y'all just want to see me on the street. Y'all want to see me in a space. And I'm not saying I can't go get a regular job, but you know, like, I know a regular job's not finna pay these bills.
Yeah.
Y'all know y'all living in regular jobs not being able to pay y'all bills. So if you're going through the same thing that I'm going through, and yes, I made a different way for myself and did something different, like, we're literally still in the same boat. Because what I say last season, I'm just a regular girl. I'm doing the best I can with what I have. You know what I mean?
What has it been like for you creating Sapphire Moon? And can we expect an album that's going to come out soon?
Like I've always sang, I sang in church, I sang growing up, and just getting back into that was a process, you know, the vocal coaching, going back into singing and stuff like that. It took about 4 months to really just record it and then actually like present it to you guys, probably like another 2 months. Like, we didn't expect the comments to come in as like they did. Like, so when we released the song and everything, it was just a big, like, whoa. Like, at this point, from all the commentary of people talking about me, I'm very self-conscious now of how people see me. Like, I won't leave the house if my hair is not done. I won't leave the house if my makeup's not done, if my nails not done, because I'm already feeling a way because people are perceiving me a certain way. Like, oh, you're dusty, you're this, you're that. Like, I know you've seen those comments. Like, just for me wearing my natural hair, they say, oh, your hair is not done. You look crazy, this, that, and the other. So I'm already self-conscious about those things where I used to have confidence but that confidence has been diminished because of the way that people treat me through the internet. Like, the internet bullying is insane. Like, I'm getting death threats. It's overwhelming. It's really overwhelming.
So now when you approach your music, right, do you think, like, you're going to think about, again, the comments, the likes, the follows, or do you think, what do we expect?
Nowadays, like I said earlier, nowadays I don't even pay that no mind. I stopped looking at the internet. I'm still working through building my confidence back up, being able to go out the house naturally because I still have trauma related to that. Like I've had girls grab me by the hair and just start whipping on me for nothing, and that's outside of filming. You understand? That's just me walking in the street. You know what I'm saying? With security. Present, you know what I'm saying? They don't care. They just see me as a storyline. They don't see me as a person no more. They see me as an opportunity to come up. I'm not a human being no more to people. You know what I'm saying? Like to them, I don't have feelings. I'm just a public figure. I'm not entitled to my feelings anymore.
What would you want to say to people moving forward? You've reintroduced yourself. You're no longer Andraya Alexander. Say your name.
Andrea Spriggs.
What is your message to the world now?
Give people grace. Give people mercy, give people compassion. I feel like that's really the message that God really has me here for. Mercy, compassion, loving others as you want to be loved, and, you know, just creating a space where everybody has a safe space to be themselves. Through the music and everything that I'm going to be giving you guys, I got an EP coming out. We have some good stuff cooking there. It's all coming out. I can't really talk too much about everything, but I got some really big things coming, and I'm really excited just to move into a new chapter. I have a very strong core fan base that I'm actually close to. I actually speak to them regularly, like my actual supporters, people that are like Claire, Booby, like Cherry. Like there's so many people that I actually am close with in my little community. You know what I mean? I'm starting to try to rebuild a space for myself again, as far as like, you know, that bubble that you saw me in when I first came in. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to rebuild that and separate myself from the energy that is like Zeus, I feel like, at this point. I feel like it's specifically that niche that's very visceral and very judgmental, and like they don't really have compassion and they don't really have mercy, and they don't really create a space where, you know, they want to get to know their favorite character or, you know, their favorite online celebrity. They just read the blogs and believe what the blogs say, but in reality, a lot of these people that are running these blogs are fans too, and they're just watching like everybody else. They don't know what's going on. That's another thing that I dealt with my family. Like they don't understand that who I am and like who I am in entertainment, that's two different people. Even down to the strip club, like who I was in the strip club isn't who I am every day walking in the street.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Those are two different people. So
I
it's
see
like
that in front of me now.
people just can't separate the character from the actor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming on Dramatic but Valid, and congratulations on, we heard from your manager that you are the first ever reality TV star after Cardi B to be signed to a major record label. So congratulations.
Yes, no more Zeus for me. We don't have to go back. And I'm really excited. The people who bet on me and see me, you know, right now, they see me as an artist. They see my story. They believe in me, and they're betting on me as a person, not as like, you know, an internet personality. You know what I'm saying? They're seeing me as who I am with my own story.
Yeah, any dream collabs? Like
dream collabs?
Someone you've been like fans for
Musical inspiration.
Dream collabs?
yeah, someone
I feel like I should say Tamar, because she co-signed me first. She co-signed me first.
Not
Tamar.
Miss Love and War.
We do love her.
Oh, Love.
We love her. Golden
Yeah.
Dingling.
Yes.
It's that good stuff.
No, her voice is in Miss
I'm trying
Tamar
to think
Braxton.
of somebody else that I would dream collab with. Maybe FK Twigs, because we're both pole girls.
Oh, period. Oh, no, that would be cute.
Yeah, FK Twigs. I feel like
Hit
she
her
would be
up.
a good collab. I think, I'm trying to think of another girl. I'm going to put Tyla out there. I feel like they be playing on my good girl.
No,
they be
we
playing
love.
with her. Like, they be kind of playing with her because she's not African American, but She deserves her flowers too.
Oh, 100%. We only have like 2 more minutes left, girl.
I know.
So we have to
we was
wrap.
just yapping.
It was so good. I
It
love
was so
this.
fun. If you ever just want to call and yap, call me.
Yes. No, same.
So we can yap.
This is our vibe.
Yes, I love a good yap. Yeah, that's
What
valid.
is your dramatic but valid thought from this week or maybe last week where you were like, am I bugging? But then you were like, absolutely not.
I need glam.
What is that?
I need glam.
Oh, glam.
I need it. I can't leave the house without it, y'all. I can't do it. I can't do it. I just won't. I'm sorry. It's dramatic, but I promise it's so valid, man.
100%.
They be doing the most. If I take a picture, they'll zoom in on my toes.
Yeah,
Ooh, look, her toes aren't done.
They love the toes, girl.
Like, don't get it started. Like, don't get me
They
started.
love the
They
baby
do a
toe.
lot. Okay,
Yeah.
I feel like having 10 million people watching you is very unnatural already. So the least I could do for myself is just come out with my hair and my nails done. Even if it takes 3 hours. Yes, dramatic but very valid.
Period.
Well, thank you, Andraya, for coming. And honestly, thank you guys for joining us. This is Dramatic but Valid. It's happy birthday to you.
Thank y'all so much.
This is her birthday, so big ups to her. And yeah, just join us again. Keep staying blessed. Keep those dramatic but valid thoughts going. Don't let nobody step on your toes. Okay?
Period.
Don't people please.
No people pleasing.
Yourself and set them boundaries.
Period.
Okay?
And we'll see you guys for the next episode. Love you.
Yay! I had so much fun. That was the best yap I've had in a while.
Oh! Did y'all hear
That was the
that?
best yap I've had in a while.
Joy, did you hear that?
I haven't yapped like that in a while. I don't be having nobody to yap with, you know? Like, I'm glad that I found a good yapping partner. We gotta go get some martinis.
Yes.
Lemon drop?
Yes.
Let me drop for sure.
Sounds like a good yap session in the making.